YouTube is the single best place to get clients in 2026. I'm not going to tell you, but I'm going to show you the biggest names in the marketing quietly betting everything on YouTube. Ryan Dice, Alex Hormozi, Iman Ghazi. These are the names you know and the data you can't argue with. See, YouTube is better than paid ads and funnels. It is the only platform where you can build trust and authority. In fact, it is better than anything right now. Even your competitor is using it to compound their business, achieving their goals and building a moat to eliminate competition completely. Because here is what's really happening. Someone sees your ad, they are interested and want to know who you actually are. So they do one thing before they spend a rupee on you. They search your name, and if there is nothing, they leave quietly. And you never even know when they leave your website. By the end of this video, I will prove to you with 4 game-changing reasons. Part 1. The attention trap, the trust engine. Let's start with the belief underneath everything. You think ads and YouTube are the same game. Both are the ways to get attention in front of people, right? See, while this is true, but one costs money and the one is free. But the idea is same, which is getting attention. Am I right? See, that one assumption is exactly why your ad account feels like a treadmill that keeps speeding up while you stay in the same spot. Look, I get why you have that assumption. That belief. See, for the last 7 years, marketing was just to get attention and convert attention. So that was a whole game and you got good at it. Okay, you mastered the hard skills. That belief is not dumb. It was correct. But right now, the ground shifted underneath it. Also, attention and trust are not the same mission. In fact, they are not even in the same category. Let's look at this one example. See, an ad is a billboard on a highway. You go like 100 kilometers per hour without even looking at it. Whereas a YouTube video is a 2-hour road trip with a passenger sitting beside you, talking to you the whole trip. Now answer me this one question. Which one does a stranger actually trust when they get out of the car? You know the answer, right? Again, this is not a vibe. It's how the brain is wired. Psychologists call it the mere exposure effect. The more someone sees your face and hears how you think, the more their brain decides, I trust this person. And that should be you, not your competitors. Also, it goes deeper than that. When you speak straight to camera, a viewer's brain lights up the same way it does around someone they actually know in real life. It can't fully tell the difference between what is real and what is not. So after a few videos, their brain unconsciously tells them, I feel like I know this person. Again, before you have ever met them. And you can buy that in a 15-second ad. A prospect who watches 10 minutes of you doesn't show up on your call asking, are you legit? Okay. They show up already sold asking, when do we get started? So that's where the 7-11-4 rule comes. This research is done by Google. Before someone trusts you enough to buy, they need to spend at least 7 hours with you. 7 hours. Now let's do the math. 7 hours is equal to 420 minutes. It is equal to 21 YouTube videos and 421-minute reels. See, one path builds compounding asset. The other path builds no real depth. It is on you what you need to prioritize. Meanwhile, your ad account, it is like your gym membership. Like the moment you stop paying for the gym, your body fat percentage increases. So here is the thing. Keep this in mind. Ads rent attention, YouTube builds trust. These are 2 different machines and only one of them appreciates while you sleep and you know what it is, right? So don't ignore the one machine that you can actually own, which is YouTube. See, now you're thinking, alright, YouTube builds trust, but who is actually going to watch my videos? See, that fear, that belief is a second thing keeping you invisible and it is built on a total misunderstanding of what YouTube even is. Part 2, the push grind, the pull economy. The fear nobody says out loud. You picture yourself making video after video that nobody asked for, chasing views, begging an algorithm, feeling like that one guy yelling at a megaphone in an empty space at 7 a.m. If that is a picture in your head, then you need to get rid of that. See, that's a fair fear because that's exactly how Instagram and other short form platforms feel. You post, you pray, and it is dead in 48 hours. See, if short form is the only reference point for content, then YouTube just looks like more shouting in an empty space. But YouTube is not a shouting platform. It's a search engine, the second largest on the entire planet right after Google. See, Instagram is a party where you interrupt strangers hoping someone likes you. And YouTube is a help desk where people walk up and ask exactly what you sell. Nobody is shouting at a help desk. They are forming a line. In fact, Alex Hormozi, 4 million subscribers. This is what he's saying. Despite everyone chasing shorts, he's betting everything on long form content. Again, he's preferring longs over shorts. And this is what he said in his recent video. See, right now buyers are typing your niche's problems into the search bar. How do I get more clients? Why isn't my funnel converting? Like, see, whatever you solve, someone is searching right now. And the video that answers belongs to somebody. It is not yours. It is your competitors. Every single day you're not on YouTube, they are building relationships with your future clients. And it's get even better. Someone who watches 20 minutes of you, then book a call with you, they are already pre-qualified. And the one who are just curious, the one who wastes the whole call, they filter themselves out before they even touch your calendar. See, picture a sales calls where your prospect already agrees with you, already trusts you, and already has their card up to buy your offer. So that's not a sales call, that's a formality with a payment link. You see, you're not pushing content on an empty space. You see, you're placing answers exactly where buyers are already searching. They pull you towards them, pre-warned and ready. Again, you're not shouting, that's a pull economy. And the answer they find, you get to own it. So now you're thinking like, fine, it works, but it is slow. My funnel is bleeding right now and I can't wait for a year for a channel to bring me results. That is the most reasonable thing you will say all day. And it is quietly costing you the most. Let me tell you a story about it. My own story. By the way, if you want to turn your YouTube channel into client acquisition machine and turn trust into booked calls, click the link below to know more about it. Part 3. The compounding gap. See, you're thinking YouTube is too slow. You have got payrolls, ad spend, a funnel that needs feeding this month, and YouTube feels like planting a tree while the house is on fire. See, I'm not going to pretend that is an irrational fear. It's the single most reason you haven't started. It is also the exact trap I fell into my previous coaching business. See, let me be honest with you because I lived it. Years ago, I built a coaching business in stock market investing. And you know where I started? Instagram. Just Instagram. And it worked because I pulled over 50 plus high ticket clients within 1 month. So when people told me you should do YouTube, my answer was exactly yours. It is slow. Instagram is already working. Why would I wait for months for something that might not pay off? I told myself that for 8 to 9 months. And that delay is the biggest regret of that entire business. Because here is what slow was hiding from me. An ad is a bonfire. Bright, hot, gone by morning. And you're back in the evening chopping more wood. A YouTube video is a solar panel. Costs more to install than it is just generates for years while you sleep. See, I've been chopping woods for 9 months, calling the guy installing solar panels slow. Again, don't be like me. So I finally started YouTube. I gave away a free course to pull people in. And in the first month, just 1 month, the channel bought me over 800 subscribers. Not vanity subscribers, leads. That free course eventually captured over 4,200 of them. And those leads converted into more high-ticket clients than Instagram ever did. They showed up already trusting me. And it is not just me. Ryan Dice spent 12 months posting on every platform, then ranked them. His verdict on YouTube was the GOAT. It is the best source for leads, full stop. And that's what he said. Now you might be thinking, oh, stock market, that's a different from my niche. See, it isn't. It's not even a little. A human being decides who to trust. The same way whether they are buying a trading course, a coaching program, or a consulting retainer. The niche changes. The trust mechanism never does. Iman Gadzhi, running 50 plus accounts, 250 million impressions, puts YouTube long form in a tire. His exact words, content pays dividend for years. He even admits it's a slow to compound. That's not a catch. That's the point. And here is a part I need you to sit with. The channel that would bring you pre-sold qualified clients in month 12. Its clock has not started. Every month you wait is not a pause. It's a month your competitor's channel compounds, yours still doesn't exist. That's the one lead you cannot buy back. You can spend more money on ads than your competitors, but you cannot outspend 18 months of trust they have already built. See, YouTube is not slow. It's compounding. And slow is what compounding looks like right before it explodes. See, the ad is an expense that dies daily. The channel is an asset that grows daily. The only question that matters is not how fast will it work. It's how long until I start the clock. Mine started 9 months later. Yours doesn't have to. So if it builds trust, pulls buyers to you, and compounds like an asset, there is only one thing left holding you back. And it's not logical anymore. It's a voice going, sure, but it is too late for me. My niche is too crowded. Everyone is already doing this. So that voice is wrong. And in 2026, it's more wrong than it has ever been. Let me show you why. Part 4, the closing window, the authority mode. Here is the last one, and it is the sneakiest because it doesn't feel like an excuse. It feels real. Like it's too late. My niche is saturated. Everyone and their cousin is doing video now. Who am I to show up at this point? See, you have said some version of that to yourself. This is the old self that is trying to protect you in the comfort zone. And it is the exact story that keeps you invisible while someone less qualified walks in and takes the authority seat that you had name on it. And I want to honor that fear because it is honest. Starting late feels like walking into a party where everybody knows each other, and putting your face on camera is an established. That's a specific kind of terrifying that beginners don't even understand. You have got a reputation to protect and the fear is real. I'm not going to talk about that feeling. But 2026 just flipped the entire board. For years, internet was farmer's market. It is crowded, sure, but everything on table was real, grown by humans. Now AI is dumping tens of thousands of plastic fruits into every single stall every single day. See, what I'm trying to say is, now AI is building funnels, AI is writing copy, AI is creating ad creators. Everything is artificial. And the only way to stand out is by saying, I grew these fruits by myself. That's the only way to build trust. And to build trust online, YouTube is the best platform in 2026. Because right now, AI generated, faceless, synthetic content is everywhere. A real voice, a real face, a real mind that's right about your problems become the trust signal on the internet. It is the #1 default authority. And it is not too late. This is the opening. And the person who moves first in the niche becomes the default authority. The name that comes up, the channel that ranks, the face people picture when they think of your topic. So you want proof trust runs that deep. When I was giving away the free stock market content, people would message me and say, your free content is more valuable than what most people charge for. What on earth are you teaching in the paid program? These are the exact same messages people used to text me in my previous coaching business. That's what trust mode feels like. And here is the thing, your competitor cannot do. They can copy your offer by Friday. They can clone your funnel over a weekend. They can outbid you on every ad keyword you launch. And the only thing they can never do at any price is go back in time, build the trust you started building today. That's not a marketing channel. That's a moat. And that quiet voice asking, who am I to show up? Listen to me. You are the one who has actually done the work. You have earned the seat that fakes are trying to fill with noise. The plastic fruit vendors, which is your competitors, are counting on you to stay quiet. So the door has not closed. 2026 is the exact moment because the flood of AI made real irreplaceable. And the window to become the recognized authority in your niche is wide open right now for the people willing to show their face before everyone else wakes up. You are not behind. You are early. But remember, early has an expiry date. If you want the exact system for turning a YouTube channel into booked calls. The link is right below this video. And declining conversions are not because of an ad or funnel optimization. It's because the funnel, webinar, VSL, workshop, challenge, DM, or any funnel that you are using is missing to close this one gap. I call it as the invisible trust gap. And if you want to close this gap immediately to increase your funnel conversions, watch this video.